Hi everyone, I'm Faye from F&S Resellers, and I have literally just picked a box of unlisted stock out of our barn. I can't remember what's in it, I can't remember how much I paid for it, so I'm just going to go through it on camera so you can see what we've got. This is an auction pickup. We buy a lot of things from the auction, especially over the past year, because we haven't been able to get out to sort of charity shops and the odd car boot that we go to. We've just been buying job lots and they're sort of sold as seen, and by seen, it's a photo on a listing. We can't actually go to the auction and see what we're bidding on. So it could be, I mean, some of this is breakable, I know that, and it could be cracked, broken, completely like fit for the bin, who knows. I am going to show you what I've got. This box of stock that I've pulled out of the barn has been in there a little while, possibly the start of this year or the end of last year, and I'm on a mission to get everything listed by the 12th of April. Certain things that every reseller must feel the same as me, that I buy, because the buying bit is the really fun bit, and the sort of sometimes the cleaning, the prepping, the photos, the listing is the less than fun bit, and there's a lot of things are easier to list and sort out than others. So I have this habit, as so does Simon, of buying things and then just not wanting to list them. So they're sitting on a shelf for ages, and then I just get the urge, or I've got this target of getting everything listed by a certain time, so I've just got to do it. I think clothes are the worst thing for me to list. I don't enjoy measuring, taking the photos, and funnily enough, I was talking to Simon last night about other things that you're going to sort of not look at as much when we start sourcing again in the charity shops, or the things you're going to concentrate on more. Clothes for me, I'm just not interested in listing clothes. I actually said to him yesterday that it's bric-a-brac that I'm interested in more, and sort of looking into collectibles and that sort of thing. And funnily enough, this is kind of the sort of thing that I'm going to show you in a minute that I've just put to one side because I'm just not excited about listing it. So I think it's hard to say. So when I go out sourcing again, maybe it will be clothes, maybe it will be bric-a-brac, but I just don't want a backlog of clothes like I've had before, because it's just, it's just soul destroying. We've got a 6-foot rail, and at one point the whole 6-foot rail was full of clothes that were unlisted, and we're not even sort of experts in clothes at all. By no means are we experts in clothes, and it was just so daunting. So I'm not going to get into that situation again. So it could be bric-a-brac. This box I've got out of the barn, I have no idea how much we paid for it, so I'm going to look it up now. Anything that we get from the auction has a code, so I can type it into my email, the code, and it will be able to find it on an invoice, because we save all the invoices. I'm just opening the invoice, and this big box, a cost price of £48.40. That's including hammer fees. There's no VAT on it. As I go through it, or at the end, I'll count how many items are in the box that are worth listing, and we will work out the average cost price per item. So I'm just going to put my hand in. And the first thing I've got is this. I have no idea what it is. Is it Art Deco? It's got code on it. It's tin or something. Jason Reselling would know what this is. What else have we got? I can't look it up because I don't even know what it is. A napkin ring. Oh, here we go. It's a jug, and on the bottom it says something where Torquay 87N3, and it says "Ower money cooks spoil the broth." So I'm going to type that into Google and see what comes up. Just coming up with "too many cooks spoil the broth," which is obviously a well-known saying. So I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Something where Torquay. It's giving me directions from where in Hertfordshire to Torquay. That's not very helpful, so I'll put jug on the end. If it's just Torquay pottery, then it's possibly worth about £15. Looking at the Google searches. Just a lot of people just listing it as small vintage Torquay ware. Just don't know what that says at all. Torquay pottery, Torquay motto wear, Watcombe Torquay. So I'll have to do a little bit more investigating, but they're all around £15. It's a hanging thing. I don't think it comes apart in half. It sort of looks like it'd be a metal bell, but it's not. It's plastic with a hole in the bottom. And it says British wear 797286. I'm going to type that in as well. Oh, here we go. Who's that then? According to WorthPoint, which is a good website to look at, but you do have to, you can get a week's, I think it's a week free, otherwise you have to pay. It's an American site and you can sort of look up what things are worth. But it's, according to WorthPoint, it's a vintage wear products, end of day, bakelite, knitting. You put your wool inside. End of day bakelite knitting wool yarn holder from the 1940s. That's interesting. So that's what it says. Is there any on eBay though? NB wear. So yarn holder. There's one for sale on auction for £13, no bids plus posts, and sold. One sold for £15 plus £5 postage. All the rest are sort of modern ones that look like a beehive. Oh, that's interesting. So £15 for that. Who'd have known that? More. This matches the jug, I think. So Torquay, England. Got chips. Some chips in it. But it says, "Be easy with that jam." So is it sort of Southwest dialect or something? I've no idea. And there's a big jug that goes with it. Got sticker residue on that I'll take off. A bit of a chip on the spout that it says, "If your lips would keep from slips, 5 things observe with care, of whom you speak, to whom you speak, and how and when and where." Interesting. So I'll have to look that all up as a set. Let's put Torquay wear set into eBay. Okay. Long Park Torquay 3-piece motto wear tea set with Shakespeare theme. Sold in January for £7.50 plus post. That was a jug, a bowl and a teapot. And then a 5-piece set. I think it's a toast holder, jug, and some other bits sold for, someone, they took an offer. They had it up for £25.65. They took an offer, and that was from America. Some ink wells sold for £25, 3 of them. Salt dish on its own sold for £2.20. £12.50 for a vase. Okay, so there's some money in it. So I'll probably, depending on how many items I've got, I'll probably like put them together in a bundle. I definitely need more research on those though. Another one of these. I'm using my phone to film, so if I wasn't using my phone to film, I'd take a photo with the Google image search and look it up. It sort of reminds me of something that might go on a door. So like, if you to push open a door, would you press on this? Okay. Broken elastic bands. They can go in the bin. Maybe another napkin holder, but it's different to the first one. Oh my goodness, look at all these keys. Now this is really interesting. I have got so many keys in here. They're Jason Reselling, who I mentioned a minute ago. I saw on Instagram the other day that he sold like a big ring of like 3 keys, and that he sold it for a prop to an opera or something. And he'd polished them up and they were like gold coloured and they look really nice, but that's not to mean that someone's not going to want some of these keys. So let's look up vintage keys. Vintage antique old brass skeleton keys, lot of 3. Sold for £10.76 plus post from America. Whole bundle there, sold for £28.41. So antique, vintage, authentic, flat cabinet keys and some skeleton, nice mixed lot. Pile there sold for £17. This is just a tin, but it's full. Can you see in there? Absolutely full. So I can just, I won't clean them up. And I'll just sell them as a bundle. I count them. Some are rusty, like really rusty. And let's just say £15 again, shall we? So that's £45 so far. And how much did I say I paid for it? I said I paid £48.40. It's good. Little cup. No markings on that. It's glass, but it's got some chips in it, so that'll probably go in the glass bin if I'm honest. Ronson service outfit. Little tin. So it says Ronson service outfit, content, special cotton wool, wick inserter, cotton wool extractor inserter, wired wick, cleaning brush, instruction book located beneath cardboard platform. Use Ronson accessories regularly to ensure constant and trouble-free service from your lighter. Oh, so it's for, some of it's not been used, so it's for like a gas lighter, I guess. Yeah, let's have a look at that. Ronson service outfit, that's really cute. I know Kez Online, she's sold some tins, like vintage tins recently, like more like tea and coffee tins, I think. Not like this. Oh look, one sold for £2.49 plus £2 postage, but they did it as a bid, as auction. Another one, £4.99 plus post on auction. This is all in the last couple of days. Another one for £13.50 on auction plus 4. I have quite a few, so I won't put mine on auction. I will, oh, one here, £19. So I'll probably put mine up for like £24.99 and see what happens. So should we say another £15? I don't like putting my arm in and not knowing what I'm getting. What on earth is that? The Visible Mason's Pat, property of Booth's Distilleries. Oh my gosh, I'm going to type that in. Oh, good job I've got some wipes here. I'll hold it up at the camera again in a minute. I've just found one on a New Zealand Museum's website, and it's a nip measure for bottle. And it says, the Visible Mason Pat 175552, 6 dram with cork attached. So I think a cork is supposed to go on there. So it's something to do with whiskey. It hasn't got a value. So let's put nip measure for bottle into eBay. I think I'll put vintage. Nothing the same coming up. Really heavy though, really heavy. That was all in solds, but there's nothing that's sold that looks the same. I don't know where I'd start with this. Nothing for sale either. Interesting, really interesting. Oh look, that's hands. It's filthy though. That's really interesting. Oh, hold it up a bit better. So I think the cork goes on here. I'm gonna have to look at what I'm getting. Oh look, another glass cup. Got a crack in it, no makeup. They'll go in the glass bin. Wow, we're getting a set of these, aren't we? A set, another napkin ring. So you could maybe list those as vintage napkin rings. Oh, and another one. So we've got 3 the same colour. They're all sort of different shades. Sort of thing my grandparents would have had, like orangey colour. Everything in their lounge was orange. Little trowel. Maybe it's for, I don't know what that'd be for. I'm not digging a hole in the garden, that's for sure, it's too small. Maybe, like if it was these days, like coffee or, I don't know. Maybe it's for flour? I'll do a Google image search on that one. Ah, a little brush. Ace Pure Bristle, it says on it. A shaving brush. Ace Pure Bristle. And I'll put vintage at the start again because I'm getting loads of sort of new items. Vintage shaving, let's put that in. Vintage shaving brush. Yeah, so 3 sold for £28.70, all different sizes, but one similar to this. A whole set does quite well. They're obviously collectible. There's pure Bristol, but it doesn't say what it is. So someone had a badger fur, badger hair. Yeah, there's some money in vintage shaving brushes. £30, £17. Interesting. Oh look, another glass. Another little cup. Right. This is a shame. It's Cornish ware. It's a jug, but it's got a chip on the spout. That's really disappointing, but I'll still list it. I will still say that, declare the fact that it's got a chip. I also have to do some research onto the stamp on the bottom because I don't know how old that will make it. But let's have a look. Cornish ware jug. So this jug here, I need to look up the logo because to determine the age of the item or the decade that it was produced, you need to look up the logo. And I've just looked up, it's going to take a bit of investigating, but the logo, I typed in Cornish ware logo age into Google Images and one came up on Wikipedia and it's slightly different to mine. So I need to kind of investigate how old this is, and I'll still list it and declare the chip. I've done really well with Cornish ware before. And there's also a lid that doesn't fit that jug, so I'm hoping there's more in here. It's broken, I can feel it. Oh, this is going to be for... Oh, so that one fits one of the jugs I showed you with the sayings on it, and that's got a broken top because the top's here. So that's a shame, but I won't sell it with the lid, I'll just say missing lid. And this one, had nothing to fit this yet. It's got blue, but it's not Cornish ware. Plates. They're very dirty. Definitely gonna need to wash my hands. So, Frank Richards, Magnet Grey Friars, Boy's Friend Rookwood, Martin Clifford, Frank Richards, 1876 to 1976, Charles Hamilton, Owen Conquest, Gem St Jims. English ironstone tableware. Got a price tag of £1, crossed out at 50p on it. Got another one, filthy. The Nelson Lee Library, St Frank's College, Diamond Jubilee, 1917 to 1977. Original drawing by A.W. Hanson, produced by English Ironstone. This one is exactly the same. And this is the same as the first one. And someone stuck a plate hanger on the back. So let's look up Frank Richards, Magnet Grey Friars plates. Nothing comes up. It's from a charity shop because it's got the Garden House Hospice Shop price tag on it. Original drawing, English ironstone tableware. This would be screaming out for an image search. What did I say? English ironstone tableware. What would you call them? The Nelson Lee Library. Nothing's coming up, so I have to do a Google image search on those. Those are filthy things. Couple of bits left. Kentucky Bourbon. These look old. Like cocktail stirrers. So it says Kentucky Bourbon, I.W. Harper. It's quite cool. And another one. And another one. And then ones of like a lady. We used to keep things like this when we were kids and we'd go on holiday and get like non-alcoholic cocktails and you get like a little plastic giraffe on the edge of your glass and an umbrella. We used to keep things like that when we were kids, me and my sister. So let's type that in. Kentucky Bourbon, I.W. Harper, vintage stirrer. Some for sale on eBay. Vintage swizzle stick stirrer, whiskey. They're selling for well, it's dollars, $12.99, so approximately £9.32. So they do sell. Well, that's interesting then. I'll just sell the three together. I'll see if the blue ones are vintage or not. Definitely have to hoover the table, there's dust and all sorts of stuff coming off everything. Ooh. Cornish ware, again. It's like a biscuit barrel or something. Biscuit jar. Got its lid. but it is, the glaze has got, it looks cracked, but it's not cracked, but I can't remember what it's called now. It'll come to me. Is that a chip there? But someone still might want it. It might be worth listing it with the jug. So let's type in Cornish ware biscuit barrel. One sold for best offer, it was up for £60. One similar to this sold for 25. Hasn't got biscuits written on it. One that did have biscuits written on it sold for 50. Are there any for sale? £42.50, 25, and that's it. That's good then. So let's say 15 quid again because it's got a chip in it. Oh, hey look. Oh, that's different. It's got a chip in it. So that's a glass. And another one. Also got a chip in it. So they'll go, that whole red glass set. 2 glasses and 3 cups will go to the bottle bank. So here we have a milk jug. And it's really cute. It's got all the measurements inside. It's a quart, pint and a half, pint. It's got some wear around the spout, but no chips. Slight blemish on the base, but there's no chips in this. That's amazing. I reckon these are quite old. So I'm going to sell those as a set. But I don't know what this lid's for. Got a spare lid. But I'll bundle it in. And that is the box done. Oh, there's some newspaper in here. Should we see what the age of the newspaper is? Not that old, because it's got adverts for private number plates. Saturday, April the 5th, 1997. So I reckon, let's say £50 for the Cornish ware. £15 for the keys, that's 65. I'm gonna go 15 for that, so that's 80. 15 for this, 95. Let's say a tenner for that, just to be conservative, 105. 15, so 120. Definitely a 15 theme. That I have no idea. Let's just say a tenner on those, 130. Those Cornish ware bits that are chipped, let's say a tenner, 140. I don't know what those door pushy things are, or the little shovel. So 40 something pounds into, I've got plates as well. Let's just say £150. And I say that's pretty good for not knowing what on earth I was picking up. I'm really pleased with that, and it shouldn't take me too long to list them at all. I'll get them done in the next couple of hours. And that's another box of unlisted stock, put away, done, boom. I'm close to my target. I will get there and I have a week off. Thanks for watching. See you later.